In football, you wear a helmet. Baseball has a 7th inning stretch. Football has a 2-minute warning. Baseball has no time limit. We don't know when it's going to end. We might have extra innings. Football is rigidly timed, and it will end even if we have to go to sudden death. Football is based on downs. What down is it? Baseball is based on ups. Who's up? Are you up? I'm not up. In football, you get a penalty. In baseball, you make an error. Whoops. In baseball, in the stands, there's kind of a picnic feeling, you know? Emotions may run high, but there's not that much unpleasantness. In football, in the stands, you can be sure that at least 27 times during the game you were capable of taking the life of a fellow human being. Preferably a stranger. And to sum this up, the objects of the game's quite different. The object of the game in football is for the quarterback, otherwise known as the field general, to be on target with his aerial assault, riddling the defense by hitting his receivers with deadly accuracy in spite of the blitz, even if he has to use the shotgun. With short bullet passes and long bombs, he marches his troops into enemy territory, balancing this aerial assault with a sustained ground attack which punches holes in the forward wall of the enemy's defensive line. In baseball, the object is to go home. Ta-da!
Oh, baby, la, 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 dee, da. For the first time in my life, I see love, I see love.
Hey, it's Billy Gardell from Mike and Molly, and you listen to John and Tom on the Bang Radio Hour.
Launches it far side into the end zone where it is batted down incomplete. And the game ends in a 6-6 tie. You went from thinking the Cardinals were going to definitely win it to then definitely lose it, and we end tied at 6.
Unbelievable. Just cannot believe what we've just seen here.
Can't imagine, John, why we are having some bad primetime game TV ratings. That is your Sunday night game, a 6-6 tie.
A 6-6 tie, but in all honesty, that one you can't blame on the schedule makers doing too much crack while they were making the schedule.
No.
Because that one looked like a damn good matchup no matter when you put it up until the night you put it up.
Right. Yeah,
it was a good defensive game.
There was some great defense in that game. That was the thing, because I love a good defensive war, man. I love that chess match, and that's what it was. I just wish there could have been a touchdown scored somewhere, not because I needed to see scoring, but just I needed a winner. I wanted a winner. I feel bad for Donovan McNabb.
I've never been a part of a tie. Never even knew that was in the rule book.
Did you know anything was over when it was over?
Well, when the play was called, I kind of figured that I guess there's ties in the NFL. So,
you seriously didn't know it?
No, I didn't know that.
You thought it was like another overtime?
Yeah. In college, there's multiple overtimes. High school and Pop Warner. I never knew in the professional ranks that it would kind of end that way. Hate to see what happens in the Super Bowl or hate to see what happens in the playoffs.
Well, they wouldn't have a tie, Donovan. I will never get tired of that clip.
He lives in Arizona, too, so he was up watching. But he wasn't at a bar because the thing that he has to wear on his ankle from the last time he went to the bar would not let him out of his house. That's right. For the next 18 months, I'll be just staying home.
13-year NFL vet. Super Bowl participant.
Now, Bruce Arians was all pissed up because he thought somebody was leaping. Somebody leapt over the center, and he didn't like it. And I didn't really see that he really altered the trajectory of the ball.
Well, again, there's been some great football at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Sundays, but it's just the primetime games have been terrible, man.
They are terrible. And, that's the thing. That's why I brought that up right before we talked about the Texans or whoever it was. Oh, the Jaguars. Jesus Christ, that's how bad they are. The AFC South, who gives a fuck? There's like, of all the divisions in the NFL, which ones do you think have the most popularity, most Q rating, biggest ratings, all that? They've had those teams on there, but they've had 13 out of 25 games have featured AFC South teams or the Bears. The Bears!
Yeah.
How did they look at last year's schedule and go, hey, people are going to want to see the Bears? For four times in 6 freaking weeks.
I don't know, man.
Bears.
I don't know, but I do know that Gronk drive, John.
Gronk does drive.
Gronk was posing as a Lyft driver, which is what I got almost.
It's like Uber.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah. What do we have what's the other one? Uber. So there's Uber, there's Lyft, and it's the same thing.
Over our UK fans were thinking he operates an elevator. What?
But Gronkowski's not telling the people. He just brings up the Patriots and starts talking about the Patriots. And if I were in the car, I would know it was him.
I would know it was him, too. And if I didn't know it was him, I would be very threatened because while he talks, he uses his right hand, which is right over there by the person sitting next to him. And honest to God, Tom, his hands are fucking huge.
Oh, they're frying pans.
Dude, he could squish your head.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd be like, damn, dude, look at those mitts.
But here he's talking to this one, he's got a fare, a cab fare. He's got somebody in the back seat, and he's going on and on about the players on the team that he loves.
Well, it must feel really great to just, all the players.
I can name everyone. Danny Amendola, Julie Edelman, Chris Hogan, David Andrews, center. No one knows the centers. I know them all.
I don't even know what a center is.
I'm the biggest fan ever.
He says, I don't even know what a center is.
Yeah, she's the big, fat, ugly woman that got in the car and said, I don't know anything about football when he tried to bring it up. And now he sounds like a 6-year-old kid. I know them all. I can name them all.
Well, I think that's what he was trying to do. I think that's what he was going for.
Good, because it's what it sounded
But
like.
this is great. Another girl's about to get in the car, and he's outside the car, and before he gets in, he farts.
Oh, no, he's in the car.
Oh, I thought...
He's in the car. He hotboxes the shit out of this woman.
Okay.
She was coming down to get in. It was the same fat, ugly woman that didn't know anything about football. This is right before she gets in.
Wait, did you hear it?
He's a virgin, you can tell.
I just farted. It doesn't even smell. Oh.
Liar.
That would have been dangerous.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
You'd have to Google it up, Lyft driver Gronk, and you'll find it.
Yeah, I think this is a different girl, though.
No, that's the same fat, ugly one, the one right there that was just getting in the car after he farts. But then this is a different girl.
Okay, the one he's talking about always having a crush on Tom Brady, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a different girl. That one I think he's actually trying to pick up on.
Yeah, listen to this.
The one guy I want to meet is Tom Brady.
Yeah, but he's married, so he's like off limits,
I mean, I'm not trying to get with him. Right. I mean, I just want to meet him.
I'm not Gronk, not homo.
What do you think about his new haircut?
He looks like he's like 20.
I want to know what he puts on his skin. What is it?
Oh, man, I swear. He probably puts this lotion on all the time after he showers. I should have went there. No.
What, you can't stop thinking about him putting lotion on his body?
I've always had a man crush on him.
I get it. See, he's got girls who don't recognize him. That's fine.
Gronk not homo. No make fun, Gronk make homo joke. Gronk not homo. Gronk leading on to make joke. Girl like Gronk. Gronk hang out with porn stars on ship. Gronk no homo for Tom Brady. Gronk just make funny for camera. You lucky. Gronk fart for other woman. Gronk think you cute, so Gronk does not fart for you.
Oh, jeez.
I know. He is a big meathead, though, but he seems to be having fun. And I wouldn't call him that to his face because, for one, his face is about 9 feet up in the air. And two, his hands, my God, they could crush your freaking head. Like a tomato.
We got to talk about the World Series. We have to.
Got to.
Yeah, we have to.
Got to. Yeah, I mean, well, the Cubs are in the World Series for crying out loud. That's something none of us have ever said.
No, we've never seen that before.
None of us.
Well, I haven't. There's somebody alive. I mean, there are people
Is
alive who have seen it. They've never seen. They haven't seen him win it, but they've seen him in it.
When was the last time they were in it?
1945.
Oh, all right. So yeah, there's a.
Yeah.
Jesus, if you were old enough to have seen that, I mean, people were born in 1945 or 71 years old. So if you were old enough to see that, you're in your 80s at least.
There was a guy who went to the game who was there when he was a kid. He's,
Me and my friend Stinky and my other friend Boo, we saw him bunt for a home run.
Well, I saw him, and then now his grandson is taking him now to the World Series. So that was kind of cool, but
he's going to be like,
when did they start letting the coloreds play?
Jesus.
What the hell?
So when they were in the playoffs in the league championship series, you know how in Chicago they always get some celebrity to come up and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Right.
The seventh inning stretch.
Right.
And so they got Scottie Pippen, who played for the Bulls.
Oh yeah,
and he is not good, John. He is not.
Imagine that. He needs Michael Jordan standing next to him to be able to sing the song. There you go. There's my one NBA joke for the year.
Well, here he is.
Take me out to the ball game.
Right.
Take me out to the ball. I don't care if I never come back. It's root for the Cubbies. Yeah! They don't win, it's a shame. Why is 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the ball game?
Oh my
Let's
God.
go, Cubbies!
He is so bad. I like when he forgets the words there.
I don't care if I never come back.
That's not him. I think somebody comes in and helps him. I think there's a second person there.
Oh my God.
I don't care if I've had a few.
Well, I thought they had a teleprompter in case they, needed the words. I thought there was, but maybe not.
He was looking the other way. Honestly, he sounds like he's completely loaded. I believe somebody did step in for him.
Man, that was really bad. That was really bad.
These people listen to Harry Carey sing it for 80 years. They don't give a shit.
Okay, so it's Friday, and we're almost done with the podcast, and the Indians and the Cubs are about to play Game 3. They're tied at a game each right now as we speak, with Game 3 starting in Chicago here in about 9 minutes. 9 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. Joe Buck is going to start his love affair with, what's that guy's name for the Cubs that he's really loving right now? I can't even remember his name. Schwarber. Joe Buck, I want to get down. I think I'd like to. Maybe Troy could Schwarber my ball sack.
Maybe there's a chance.
Tell you what, though, dude, that dude Schwarber is a freaking story, man. He had 2 torn freaking knee ligaments in April. And somebody said, "You'll never play in the World Series, Schwarber." And he looked at him and said,
Maybe there's a chance.
And Joe Buck said, I think there is a chance.
Oh, no.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Schwarber clause. Well, it's a good World Series, actually. It's been fun to watch.
You remember what the best thing to ever come out of baseball is, right?
Shit. That's a big freaking question. Go ahead, tell me.
This.
What's going to happen is that you jerk off the ball. I almost want to let this guy here jam you, and if it comes, it comes.
Gary Matthews on the Phillies radio network.
That's right. If I said that on Fox, they wouldn't let me. It's hard enough when I'm watching the game here, and I have to say, Schwarber fisted it.
All right, so as I said, the Cubs are in the World Series for the first time since 1945. And the Indians, they last won a title in 1948. They got all the way to Game 7 and an out when Jose Mesa, I call him Jose Mess Up, when he blew